2, 3. Hi, my name is Ana Georgina Jimenez Corona, and I'm going to write you about the skills development for public writing task, which is cohesion and coherence. What is cohesion? We understand for cohesion is a term used to describe the grammatical means by which sentences and paragraphs are linked and relationships between them established. What is coherence? The logical connections that readers or listeners perceive in a writing or oral text. Cohesion can be divided into two logical examples. We have grammatical and lexical cohesion. Grammatical cohesion includes devices such as references, substitution, ellipses, and conjunctions. On the other hand, we have the lexical cohesion, which is the reiteration and collocation. In this case, we have the repetitions of lexical items either directly or through the use of synonyms, antonyms, metonyms, or hyphens. Collocations, we have the lexical items that are likely to be found together within the same text. We have some references. In a regular writing, we are going to find these types of personal references. We need to find the mean of person, he, she, it, they, etc. And demonstrative, in a writing exercise, we need to find these demonstrative references, which is this, there, and it shows distance. And also in a writing paper, in a book, we also need to find comparative, which contributes to the same, identical, equal, bigger, faster, etc. We also need to find substitutions in a regular reading. Substitutions, we have nominal nouns, we have verbal, verbs, do, we have, has, the process do the same, likewise, and prepositions, we have do, so, and be. In clausal, we actually need to have positive, so, or negative, not, or not. In writing circumstances, it's usually common to find these substitutions, and we identify this very easily in a writing, sorry. Now, we are going to talk about this important topic about what is in between coherence and cohesion. We have ellipses. Ellipsis is the deletion of the words, expressions, or phrases. We can find the following ellipses in a regular writing. We have a nominal ellipsis, a verbal ellipsis, and we have clausal, which means that in a nominal ellipsis is the deletion of the noun. Substitutes one in a thing. And I have an example. My coat is too small, I need to get a bigger one. In this case, in this ellipsis, in the nominal ellipsis, the ellipsis will be one, which refers to the coat. And the verbal may presuppose either the lexical verbal or the operator. In this example, we have, you think Joanne already knows? I think everybody does, which comes to the verb. That's what is called ellipsis, verbal ellipsis. In the clausal, deletion of the clauses, so, and the negative form, not, operating in the entire clause. This is my example. Is there going to be an earthquake? It says so. So in this case, the word so is taking the place of the whole clause, which is there going to be an earthquake? So this will be the clausal ellipsis. Now, another important part that we need to find in our writing are the conjunctions. In the conjunctions we can find additive, adversative, and casual. Conjunctions play an important part in clauses, but they can also link across sentences. We can find 4 categories, like I said before. Additive, we can have and, also to, furthermore, etc. In this case, a simple sentence could be, my friend and I we're going to the park. So I'm using the adjective. I'm adding my friend to go to the park. In the adversative, we have yet, only, but, in fact, rather. So in this one, a very simple sentence could be, I'm only going with my friend to the park. In the casuals, we need to have all this, but not all this, pretty much one of these words. So, thus, then, therefore, because, for this reason, as a result, etc. So in this one, a very simple sentence could be also, as a result of that grade, I need to study more. In the temporal conjunctions, we have then, next, after, that, next day, until, etc. Another simple sentence would be, next Friday, it will be my final test. Okay, so we have some examples here, right, about how or where we can find cohesive and coherence. A text is cohesive if the elements are linked together. A text is coherent if they make sense. It should be clear that these are not the same things. That is, a text may be cohesive, linked together, but incoherent, meaningless. And I had this example, and I found this a very, very short one, but a very explicit example. I have, I'm a teacher. The teacher was late for class. Class runs with grass. Each sentence is naturally linked to the one that precedes. Like this one, I'm a teacher. The teacher was late. In class runs with grass. Using both lexical and grammatical means, but the text is ultimately senseless. Doesn't make sense. You don't need to understand. You don't need to understand the whole sentence. So, which means it doesn't have any coherence. Now we have this part. Whose hands are these? They are your hands. Good. Is this a very simple paragraph? It's a coherent because we can easily imagine a context between these sentences. So, in conclusion, we need to understand that writing goes with the hand of coherence and cohesive. Why? Because we can imply that cohesion is a formal feature of text. It gives them their texture, while coherence is in the eye of the beholder. What this means? That is the extent to which the reader, in this case we can have both, the reader or the listener, is able to infer the writer's or speaker's communicate intentions. Thus, cohesion is objectively verifiable, while coherence is more subjective. A text may be coherent to you, but incoherent to me. So at the end, we actually need to understand that we are going to find some writings, and they need to be linked together, the coherence and the cohesive. And finally, I have my references, and that will be it. Thank you.